What's the most important thing you could ever say on any single sales call? What's the single most important sentence you could ever say to anybody in life, as a matter of fact? Well, today we're going to cover that, but first, let me ask you a question. Have you ever asked somebody to do something and they said no? Have you ever hopped on a sales call and the person gave you an objection at the end? Have you ever wanted somebody to do something and you thought there was a really good reason why they should do it, but they still said, no, I'm good, I don't want to do that? Well, today I'm going to share with you how you can solve for any of those issues so that you can make sure the next time you tell somebody something, they actually listen and do what you want them to do. Today I'm going to share with you exactly how you can do that so that you can live a better life and have more people do the things you want them to do. So let's dive into this. I'm going to talk a little bit about the theory behind what this sentence is and why it works, and not just business, not just in sales calls, but also in life and persuasion and coaching, etc. And then also what the sentence is, and then some few in life real example practices and how you can use it. So the first thing is when we want somebody to do something, right? Imagine that this is you. You are this blob, right? If you are talking to somebody and you want that person, okay, to do something, you have to tell them what is in it for them, right? You can't just say, hey, do this thing, right? You have to tell them to do this thing for one of their own internal needs, wants, and desires. So one of the best tips in persuasion ever is if you want somebody to do something, make them think it was their idea in the first place. Or take it a step up, right? Or step down, whatever you want to look at it, is if you want somebody to do something, make sure you make them realize what's in it for them. Okay, for example, imagine if you were talking to your friend and you wanted your friend to go grab your bike. Instead of just saying, hey, can you go grab my bike? You could say, hey man, could you please go grab my bike so that we can go biking together and we can do X, Y, Z. Now it's like, oh, I'm grabbing the bike so that we can go biking together instead of me by myself. Makes sense. Or hey mom, could you go grab some milk from the grocery store because I know that you're running out on it, and so we need a bit more, because otherwise you won't be able to make your smoothie tomorrow morning. It's like, oh, I want my smoothie tomorrow morning, therefore I should buy the milk. Even though you maybe wanted the milk, you displayed it in a way that made it so your mom wanted the milk, so now she actually did the thing that you wanted her to do, and she thinks that she's doing it for herself, but you're doing it for yourself. So, now that we understand the theory on why this works, okay, because if you just say, hey mom, can you get the milk? She's like, no, you go get it. But if you make her think it was her idea and that she wants to do it, she'll go do it. So, what is the special sentence? Well, the special sentence, I'll write it like this. Whoops. Okay. I spelled it wrong. But the point is, it's so that you can. So that you can. So that you can. Stuck. Okay. So that you can. Hey mom, can you please go grab the milk so that you can make sure you make your smoothies tomorrow morning? Hey dad, can you please go grab the chips from downstairs so that you can make sure when you're watching the game tonight you have chips to eat? Or, hey, Mr. Prospect, we're going to build you an AI appointment setter so that you can make sure you work less hours and actually have more fun while working. Now, let me explain this a little bit more and why this actually works, because here's the thing. There's a lot of times we say things to people, but it doesn't resonate, right? We say something, imagine we say X to somebody, but it doesn't resonate. Right? It doesn't resonate because the thing we said doesn't actually relate to the person's internal wants, needs, and desires. Remember, everything you say has to cultivate to somebody's internal wants, needs, and desires for them to take it and actually you understand and want that thing. So, for example, imagine if you're talking to a prospect. Let's do a bit of a questionnaire here. Do people really want leads? Do you go to bed dreaming about leads, or do you go to bed dreaming about how you want to live a life filled with freedom and that you can travel the world? Which one is it? Well, it's the latter, right? It's number 2. So when you say to a prospect, hey, I will get you leads, it doesn't really hit home. People don't really want leads. What do they want? Well, people want the thing that leads allows them to do. So instead of saying, hey, we build you an appointment setter so you can get leads, you say, hey, we build you an appointment setter, right? So AI, appointment setter, blah, 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 so that you can get leads, so that you can travel the world, okay, and have freedom. Now they understand why this is important. So the next time you actually say somebody to anybody in this world, okay, and you say to the person, hey, we build you out this, or we do this, or we're going to help you do this, follow up with the so that you can. We're going to do your marketing for you so that you can spend less time trying to find clients and actually work on what matters, right? Or any of these things. So next time you're having a conversation with anybody, whether it's on a sales call or whether this is in real life with your mom, for example, if you ever ask somebody to do something, if you ever tell anybody something, follow that sentence up with the sentence so that you can, and then repeat back to them their internal wants, needs, and desires, and watch how fast people will actually want to do the thing you actually wanted them to do. It's a very sneaky little trick that you can use, a very persuasive tactic, okay, that you can use to close more deals and to have more people do the things you want them to do. So, if you like this video, but you're still stuck getting objections on sales calls, I've linked a video down below talking about two steps to handle any single objection. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a comment down below so I know, so I can make more videos like this. Peace.